Department to respond to domestic violence calls in some of our, our police districts that had a large volume of calls. And the information you'll get today, you'll see that that partnership, that MOU, was important, and we have seen positive results as a result of the work that we are doing together. We also work very closely with all of our municipal agencies as well as Park Police, along with our federal partners. So this is a unified public safety operation here in Prince George's County, and one committed to results. You know, one of the things that's most important is that we continue to have a growing and thriving department. And today, I am proud to say that the recruits behind us symbolize the largest recruit class in over a decade. Let's give them a round of applause. And a large part of that is a result of the leadership that we have in this department. Chief George Nader, Assistant Chief George Nichols, they are of and from this community. They have in so many ways sent a strong message to this community that you're welcomed into this police department. We have seen morale increase in this department, productivity is up in this department, and naturally people want to join us. In fact, the chief will tell you we've also been able to recruit from some of our neighboring jurisdictions, some experienced police officers. So this is the first time in quite a while that we are going to actually have more recruits than we are when we look at attrition and those numbers. So we're going to see a net positive gain of police recruits and members of our department, and that's significant. So to everyone here today and to the public at large, I want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for working with us. Public safety and crime stats, they don't decrease just because of the work of the police alone. It really takes a community committed to ensuring safety for their fellow neighbors that assist us in ensuring that crime goes down. And I want to say thank you to the people of Prince George's County. You all are our best partners. We appreciate the sacrifices you all make every single day to make this county a better place, and I'm so proud to have been elected to lead this county. But the leadership really starts on every street, in every neighborhood, in every household in this county. And I appreciate it. I know our chief appreciates it, and our entire public safety team. I also want to point out that we have the best public safety director around, in Mel Powell. Let's give him a round of applause, who's been able to really pull all of these pieces together, from fire, police, corrections, working closely with our sheriff, Homeland Security, and all of the other agencies, including those who provide social services to our community. Everyone has to work together in order to make a safe community. And so I'm super excited about the choices they have made, and of course the choices I've made to appoint them to these great positions. I also want to welcome today our CAO, Ms. Bardwell, Maxine Bardwell, along with Chief of Staff Latar Harris. Thank you both for being here. And now, am I turning it over to you, Chief? And now, without further ado, I want to welcome our Chief, Chief George Nader.
Good morning. I think I'd first like to thank our partners from the media for coming out. We always appreciate the partnership, and we're always happy to see you all coming and sharing in great news. You know, it's nice to see you when we have good news. So today I want to share year-to-date crime statistics and highlight why this is a powerful moment for public safety and for those considering a career in policing in Prince George's County. While we recognize that even one crime is too many, especially violent crime, our thoughts are always with the families and the victims. The reality is this is what drives our commitment to work tirelessly and relentlessly to identify and locate people that would commit crimes in our communities, while also addressing underlying issues that we believe cause crime and disorder. Through strong partnerships across county government, our municipal and regional enforcement partners, and the community, we're seeing real results. Strategies such as problem-oriented policing, Blue Lights Night initiatives, enhanced domestic violence partnerships, and advanced analytics through our real-time crime center are making measurable differences. Year to date, overall crime is down 16%. Now, some may say, well, 16%, what does that equivalent to? Well, if you look at it in a finite, it equivalates to 4,857 less victims of crime in Prince George's County so far this year. Violent crime is down 19%. Murders are down 40%. And when we look at our murders, one of the things we find is that in 80% of the cases, murders are committed by someone known to the victim. And there's probably another 10 to 15% of those cases that are unknown but may likely lead to the victim and suspect knowing one another. Robberies are down 48%. Carjackings down 55%. Property crime is down 15% with reductions across burglaries, larcenies, theft from autos, and stolen vehicles. These improvements include meaningful progress involving juveniles with decreases in both victimization and arrests for juveniles. A lot of this can be contributed to some of the things that were launched under County Executive Braveboy's previous position as the state's attorney, to include a real focus on truancy and truancy enforcement, the Family Justice Academy, Teen Court, and the strengthened partnership with DCJS at the state level. This progress reflects the dedication of the sworn and civilian professionals, our community and faith-based partnerships, and the families who support the officers around the clock. It also reflects strong leadership, investment in public safety that we've seen under County Executive Braveboy's administration. We've also expanded our resources, strengthened the real-time crime center with analytics, and we have more of that to come that I think is going to even take us to the next level for crime fighting. So we have a great outlook as we move into 2026. But today is also about the future of this organization. As County Executive said, from 2017 to 2025, we had a deficit in hiring of police officers of 315. Officers, leave for various reasons, retirement and other forms of separation. 2025 is the first year we've seen a net gain of law enforcement officers in Prince George's County at our police department. Also happy to say that since County Executive Braveboy took office, we've seen a 67% increase in hiring of police officers. Now I would like to recognize behind me in the grays our most graduated EPO class experienced police officers, session 154B, and the largest recruit class in 10 years. This includes 72 recruit officers, 55 of which are Prince George's County officers, 5 from the Office of Sheriff, and the Sheriff will talk about his members, but in total, 17 other law enforcement agencies from around 17 other law enforcement recruits from around Prince George's County that are going to serve our communities. This didn't happen by chance. We made recruiting our mission. We embraced bringing on new and recruiting more officers from within our community, and we challenged every member of this organization to get involved in the recruiting efforts and really make an investment in the future of this organization. We want to shape the next generation of police officers in Prince George's County. What this class represents is momentum. It represents opportunity, and it represents a department that's moving forward with a purpose. Today, anyone watching who feels the call to serve, this is your moment. If you want to make a real difference and work with cutting-edge technology, build meaningful relationships in our communities, and serve the community with value, partnership, and progress, we invite you to join us. The big thing I want people to know, and the county executive said, you have a place here in our police department. We want people to come and we want people to join our organization. So you have a place here. We would love for people to apply. We have done some things within our program that I'll talk about here that's make it more welcoming for folks. For the recruits, you're joining a department that's committed to excellence, accountability, and community trust. We thank you and your families, and we look forward to what you're going to do to help us accomplish great things together. Prince George's County is safer, stronger, and moving forward, and the future of this department has never been brighter. Session 155, thank you for answering the call. Your futures in Prince George's County are bright. And with that being said, I would like to turn it over to really somebody that has unified public safety within Prince George's County. I can't say enough about everything that he's done. Our Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Public Safety, Melvin Powell.
Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to thank our County Executive Aisha Braveboy for what she's done. When we look back and we see the new recruits, this is an end result. There was a lot of big decisions made at the very top to make sure that as Prince George's County grows, public safety grows as well. So again, thank you, Madam County Executive. And to the new recruits and our experienced police officers, you have absolutely chosen the best career of mankind. And I say that because I'm a little bit biased. I retired from Prince George's County Police Department after 25 years of service. And I know this time in the academy will go by so fast. Some of you will be homicide investigators, K-9 handlers, SWAT team members. You'll be in our internal affairs. You'll be in our IT department working on our computers to make sure that we have the most updated technology to fight crime. But in the end, you'll be part of the public safety family for life. So to that, I want to say thank you and welcome to the family.
Next, I would like to introduce one of my strongest partners. We work together hand in hand, and I think he's never said no to me, and I've never said no to him. And that's what partnership is. Where we need help, his team steps up, and they help, and we do the same. So none other than our sheriff, Sheriff John Carr.
Good morning, all, and thank you, Chief Nader, for that introduction, and thank you, Madam County Executive Braveboy, for your leadership. What I can say is that this is a joyous occasion to actually have an academy class this large. As the Chief said, many of those will be Prince George's County police officers, but one thing under the County Executive Braveboy's administration, everything has been about collective unity, about making sure that we work hand in hand together. So success for one agency is success for all. And that's one thing in public safety, whether you're with the Office of the Sheriff, the Prince George's County Police Department, or one of our municipal organizations, we all work hand in hand together. As Chief and as Madam County Exec made mention to domestic violence, one thing that we can see with our MOU and our partnership hand in hand together is that in the month of November, we have actually decreased our numbers in protective orders and peace orders. Many times I've come in front of the media, in front of our community, letting you know that we were averaging a little bit over 2,000 peace and protective orders a month. Last month alone, in the month of November, we had 1,000 protective orders and 422 peace orders, showing you that something and what we are doing as far as a partnership and working together with our courts, our Family Justice Center, and working as a force multiplier out in our community to be more proactive is working. Our citizens are getting the resources that they need. This academy class not only represents a change in public safety, but also represents a change in culture for every organization. This is something to where we want to build upon. We want our individuals from our communities to be part of this organization, not only with the police department, our sheriff's office, our corrections, fire, anything involving public safety, because we know you have a vested interest in this community. So I do want to end by saying this. I value our partnership. I thank you so much. And for our recruit class, I look forward to being part of our family. And thank you again for stepping up to serve our community here in Prince George's County. Thank you so much.
So I do want to recognize also some of the events that we have across Prince George's County during the holidays. We did a food basket delivery today. We have Core Rice Christmas Party that we did Saturday, where we had over 300 deserving children. We have Toys for Tots coming up next Saturday, where we have over 4,000 families registered to come, and we'll provide toys for those children. With that, we'll take a few questions. I would say if you have anything specific where you want specific numbers, if you could just forward that to Mr. Fisher. But any general questions, we would love to do. But also, I would be remiss if I really didn't thank the members of the media who come out and ensure that we're transparent with our communities. Because also part of this hiring and part of this class is because the coverage that you gave us when we first got here. So really want to thank you for that. And Mr. Bell?
Chief, I hate to start with this one.
Yeah, please.
What's going on in the district right now with regard to crime stats?
Yes, sir.
There are accusations that the stats down there are uncooked. Can the people trust the numbers coming from this community, from this police department, from this government?
Absolutely.
How do we know that?
Our crime numbers are transparent. We would invite anybody to ask questions. I think throughout time that has been brought up at numerous agencies time and time again, but it's really easy to prove if you show a case that should have been classified as one thing and was classified as something else. It's really simple to pull that case and determine that. But we work diligently on our numbers, and if we don't have accurate reporting, it affects our strategies, it affects how we deploy our troops. So accurate reporting is not only important for the community, but that's what drives our strategy. So every Thursday, we have crime meetings in here where we discuss our numbers. We look at them finite, and we determine how we're going to deploy. So if our numbers were flawed, our strategies would be flawed as well. So there's nothing more important to having accurate numbers to us, and our numbers are accurate.
Madam County Executive, your thoughts on that? I mean, this notion that there was pressure from a government to cook the stats in D.C., not here.
Yeah, honestly, I can't really respond to that. But what I can tell you is that, we've worked extremely hard. Well, we have been up here, we would have liked to have told you that we were down to no crime, right? But what we are is, we operate with integrity. That's something that we have to do because crime affects people individually. And if we're up here trying to make ourselves look good as opposed to being accurate, then that does a disservice to the very people who are out there relying on us to employ the best public safety strategies that we can. So I'm very proud of the work that we have done collectively. Would I have loved to have seen even more reduction in crime across the board? Of course, because that would mean that there are fewer victims, or hopefully at some point, no victims at all. But we are very focused on providing accurate numbers, and I am satisfied that our department, as well as our partners, are providing accurate numbers.
Yes. Oh,
The one thing we would ask if you just wait for a microphone because we are live streaming. So, Jasmine.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam County Executive. Thank you, Chief Nader. As the stats have trended downward really all year, I wonder if you had any thoughts on last week. It seemed a bit atypical that there were a frequency of homicides seemingly reported back to back. Any thoughts on that? Just atypical week.
Yes, as we know, crime ebbs and flows. When we look at homicides and we look at those, there's been closures. All of those have been closed. In all except one, the victim and suspect were known to one another. And we'll be releasing the one that happened in Temple Hills, information about that arrest today. Sir?
Ty, yes, I just want to have a question in regards to domestic violence.
Yes.
Prince George's County seems like they've invested a lot into addressing domestic violence. However, last year, there were some numbers came out that said around 20% of homicides were domestic violence, really, or domestic killings. Are you able to kind of give us an idea of how many of this year's homicides fall into that same category? Has it gone up or down or anything like that?
Yeah, I have those numbers, and we can surely give them to you as soon as the conference is over. Be happy to. I will say that So our overall domestic violence assault cases and shootings and homicides are down 2%. We would like that number to be better. Mr. Bell, if I was cooking the books, that number would be much higher. But out of transparency, domestic violence incidents are down 2%. But we have, like you said, we put a lot of resources into it. We've partnered with the Sheriff's Department, we partnered with the Family Justice Center, and we're really trying to bring services. But we're also always take an opportunity to bring light to domestic violence, to let those that are victims of domestic violence know they're not alone. They don't have to suffer in silence. You know, we're here and we have avenues to help them. They just have to come forward and let us know.
Quick follow-up question to that. You know, with this large recruitment class, you know, how does having, you know, more officers help in that effort to address domestic violence?
As we start to build our ranks back up, we can become more proactive. So we can send officers out and we can do more things. We can create additional units to, in January, for instance, we're piloting a program where we call it the co-responder program, where we're going to have a police officer partnering with a mental health clinician through our Health and Human Services Department, and they're going to be out proactively interacting with people. They could be responding to calls. They could help people that are experiencing mental health crisis and things of that nature. So I think we'd be able to be more proactive. We'd be able to create more specialty units that could narrowly focus on certain things within Prince George's County that we think are maybe getting highlighted. One of the things that we're doing next year also is we're going to start a retail theft task force, so we can really focus on organized retail crimes because we want our retailers to feel safe and we want them to come to Prince George's County, but we know we can't do that if we're not providing a safe environment for them. So that's one of our focuses going into 2026. Mr. Bell?
With regard to staffing, so it's the first net gain in quite some time.
Yes.
Where are you overall with
So
officer shortage, staffing shortage?
this current class brings us right over the 1,400 mark, but we're shooting for 1,728 is our number. So I think over the next 3 years, we'll be able to reach that number. And once we reach that full complement, we'll really be able to be more proactive with what it is we want to do, accompanied with the enhanced technologies that we're securing in 2026.
Chief, what do you attribute being able to get in a larger class this time?
So there's a lot of things. I think we have developed a strategic recruiting plan, and that's headed by Deputy Chief Shauna Waddy. And really her innovation and drive. We've empowered the members of this organization to help us with recruiting, but also some of the things that we've done is refined our processes. What we found is some of our processes were a bit antiquated, which created a longer process. So we shortened that process so we could get people on faster. And there's a lot of different things that we did within that program to do that, but also really working hand in hand with our Office of Human Resource Management. They've been such a help for us. So they're our human resource department within Prince George's County. And one of the things that we were all challenged with by our county executive was to shorten the application to hire process. And that's what we've been able to do just by refining processes. And I think too that what you're going to find is this is such a great profession as we're able to share more about the benefits to this program and what this organization offers. People want to be a part of it. And when we have that momentum, I think people want to be a part of what's happening in Prince George's County now. And I think that's what helped us as well. Mr. Wagner?
Chief, following up on Brad's question. So one of the issues in the district with the reporting of crime numbers is that the narratives often didn't match what the classification was. My question to you is, who actually makes the classification? Is it the line officer taking the report? Is it a white shirt above? And is there any kind of a duplicate process where someone goes back and looks at the narrative to make sure that it matches the classification? And I have a follow-up.
It's a great question. So there's several levels of redundancy. So first level is the officer. The officer does the classification. The officer will say, this is this type of crime. A supervisor goes in, reviews it, signs off on the report, and then it goes to another unit that looks at it and ensures that that classification is proper. And that's how we move forward. Believe me, there's no pressure to change the classification. And that's why I said to Mr. Bell's question, it's very easy to determine if it's classified wrong when you read the report. Every crime has elements to it, and if those elements are in the report, then that's what the crime is, and that's how we do business here.
What is your homicide closure rate? And is it a UCR rate or is it current year, the one that you would say?
Our current year is 80%. Our UCR rate is over 100%. And if I could explain the difference, because everybody doesn't know. So the current rate is based off homicides that have occurred this year. UCR rate also includes homicides that have occurred in previous years, you know, all the way back to some of the unresolved cases that we've been able to solve. So you say, how can you be over 100%? Well, we're pulling in crime stats from other years and closing that. And one thing I too will point out is when we say there's been a reduction in crimes involving juveniles, violent crimes, there's been a reduction in juvenile homicides as well. Last year there were 9, this year there were 5. All 5 of those cases are closed.
Chief, can you tell me how many officers are in this current academy class?
So if for Prince George's County Police, we have 55 officers. And then from the Sheriff's Department, there are 5, but the total non-Prince George's County police officers from law enforcement organizations within Prince George's County is 17. All right, we'll take one more. Mr. Yes.
What do you suppose is going on with juveniles? I actually talked to a kid who, a week ago, was plugged into a program by DJS. He brought a gun into school and another gun. And he said, you know, we're just starting to, our attitudes have changed. Are you seeing any change at all with regard to the kids? Why do you suppose juvenile crime's going down?
I think the partnership with DCJS, where now when a juvenile commits a violent crime, a lot of times they're held. They're not sent back out in the community to commit more crimes. So they're held. But during that process that they're held, we're able to bring services to them. So a lot of our youth, they experience tough times. Not everybody has the perfect household. So when we have the chance to intervene and get involved, I think that's what makes a big difference. Prince George's County Police Department, we have a variety of programs surrounding youth. Police Explorers, Police Athletic League, all of these you can find online if you want to get involved in it. We're investing in our kids. The county executive is supporting us. The programs that she started at the state's attorney's office, I think are starting to bring fruition to Prince George's County. So we're supporting those continued programs. And, you know, we ask every member of the community really to invest in youth because they're the future and they're what we all have to look forward to coming and taking over Prince George's County. So there's nothing more important than our kids. All right. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate your time. Welcome. Congratulations. Look forward to getting to know you all on a more personal level.
And thank you all for choosing Prince George's County. Thank you. Oh, we're going to get a picture.
Yeah, or just have him do it with his cell phone.